the NFL. And we'll see the Buccaneers' sure-handed tight end. A standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Bucs and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field, and of course the quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And what a start to the season he's had. 10 touchdowns through the first 2 weeks. Now, we won't start playing the game of what kind of pace is he on because it is a long year. But at the very least, he's got to be the front runner for NFL Offensive Player of the Month for September.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First play, first pass for Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 7-0 game. It's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 19 carries, 95 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Brady now on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. Left side completion to Jones. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's set. And the ball is knocked out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
This is brought in at the 21. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Bucs at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Brady. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Nowhere to go here. He He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Fournette once more on second down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Fournette. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Succop. And a rout is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime...
And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Succop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones, and he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brent.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Levante David in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There's Rodgers to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock.
Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Down to about the 32. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game won in hand.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Johnson's kick is good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic 1st down.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Rodgers now to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And Johnson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Brady buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And finding the tight end Rudolph. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Up the gut, Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. On the delay, Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. White now to return. yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
To throw is Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Packers get set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Here's Riley Dixon now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Running right through him. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or the...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Rodgers going to throw. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Rodgers.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Now Rodgers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. One final try now for Rodgers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Bucs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have